Hi everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo Dojo Plans, and today I am going to be Frankenplanning / maybe a little bit of Transformer planning my guided journals together for 2021 because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 guided journals that I want to use this year. But the nice thing about guided journals is they don't come with enough weeks for the entire year. So even if I just had one of these, I wouldn't have enough to consistently do it every single week for the entire year. Most of these ones that say 80 sheets, which are all of these, only come with about 16 weeks worth of sheets for you to do for the year. And I think that's mainly because it's taking up a lot more paper. So I think if they did a full year, it would have to be on like expander discs. So maybe that's why we haven't gotten a full year's worth. Even these princess ones here, these ones actually have more than a normal guided journal in them. These ones have about 24 weeks worth. So even so, like with this one, and you can see how much thicker, let me see, like you can see how much thicker that princess one is, just those extra, couple weeks in here. So I'm going to be combining these so that way I can use them throughout the entire year. And the nice thing is they all kind of have different things that they're focusing on. So I thought it'd be nice, like, and kind of fun. I could, flop back and forth, each week or maybe a month I'm focusing on, a budget. Like we really need to focus on a budget, or I really want to focus on my goals kind of thing. I think especially for January, that's definitely going to be the first thing I'm really going to want to focus on. The All the Feels one is great for just self-care, and that's something that I really need to do better at. And then there's just some really great fun prompts in the princess ones, which are also kind of more self-care kind of things. But they do have some different prompts, so I think it'll just be fun to be able to change it up a little bit, for the year. So we're going to put these together. First things first, I'm going to decide what cover I'm going to use. So I actually absolutely love the inside cover of this Mickey. This is the Goals and Positivity. I absolutely love their little Mickey heads, and I just think that is adorable. So I think I'm going to have this because then I can do whatever the beep I want for discs, because that kind of determines, what cover I use, determines, what my discs are going to be. But I think I'm going to Transformer planner this so I can put a couple of these covers in together, because I really want to be able to use the princess ones, and I don't have enough things right now that I can put covers on. So I think I might Transformer planner this a little bit as well as Frankenplan it. Just so that way I can, be able to open every now and then. I can just have it open to whatever cover I'm feeling like that day. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pull this one apart real quick. So we're going to just get the cover off of here because I'm going to change the discs that I'm going to use. So I'm going to pull this off. And same thing, pull the back off. Voila, move that aside. I haven't even taken off the packaging yet. Get it together, Joe. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I have my cover. Okay, so first let's just start with just getting this one set up how I want it, and then we'll worry about Transformer planning it a little bit later. But let's just kind of get what I want going. So I'm just going to do the disc part first because that makes it a lot easier to get, all my pages in. So I just love this because it's a neutral. I'm going very neutral this year. My classic Happy Planner 2 for my catch-all is black and white stripes. So I'm just really wanting, super neutral this year, I guess. But I'm going to change it up and not do crazy neutral because I'm going to go in with some rainbow discs. So these are all metal. They came on various planners. Most of these came on an exclusive Target planner a couple years ago. That was a student planner that's no longer available. I'm really hoping they come out with these rainbow discs again because I absolutely love them. And how fun is it to have a rainbow on your planner? My favorite. So I'm going to pop these on here. Voila. Okay, so I got a rainbow, I got red. This is actually the Botanicals like blush color, but I think it works pretty well as like kind of like an orangey vibe. And then I have like a really yellow gold, green, like bright turquoise, dark navy blue, bright purple, like royal purple, lavender, and then pink. So that is going to make up my discs for this, just because I thought it would be fun to do a rainbow because I didn't do that for my classic. So I feel like I want to do it over here. So now I can open this up and now we can start inserting some pages. So let's start with the goals, because I do really want to focus on goals for like especially the month of January. I think that'll be a wise choice for me. So this one's the goals and positivity. It has a fun layout on it. And this one, these ones are nice because there's nothing on the backs of these dividers, and same with the princess ones, which is really nice. That's going to make this whole process a lot easier. When I bring in this one, I think this is the only one, yes, this is the only one that has stuff on the dividers, so that's going to kind of make it hard for these ones because I'm going to have to use the dividers for these, but that's okay. But that's just kind of the downside is on this one, we start on the divider, so unless I just like skip to a different week, which I can totally do, I could do that too. I could definitely do that. We could just skip to a different week if I don't want to use this divider, but we'll get there when we get there. But it's nice because all the Disney ones, you know, they left the dividers alone, so that's really nice. And then the princess dividers are super pretty too, so I'm kind of like, maybe I just use princess dividers. But I'm like, no, I want to use everything. Okay, so this is a goals one. So I'm going to do, I think for the entire month, maybe not the entire month. Let's do like at least 2 weeks. 2 weeks I think I'm going to devote to really focusing on my goals. So I think I'm going to do, because I really don't necessarily need to take out this last page. That's just like a little notes page. So really, but I think I want to take at least 2 weeks of this out. So I think I'm going to take up to here. And that'll be 2 weeks worth of this guy. So let's set that one aside, and then let's set, see, I gotta decide, like, what dividers do I want to use? Oh my gosh, these Mickey and Minnie dividers are freaking cute. What are the dividers in this one? This is gonna be, like, the hard thing. I haven't even, yeah, I haven't really touched these yet, you guys. I literally bought them and then set them on my shelf, and I was like, I'll come back to them when I need them. This one's a budget one, which I obviously need. I definitely need this one. So I think this is going to be something maybe even I at least do at least once a month. So that way I'm checking in, you know, on our budget. So I think I'm going to do 1 week of this one. So let's see. This one might not be as forgiving. Yeah, it's not. That's okay. Because it kind of goes into the next week. So that's the kind of like thing about these, but I think I can make it work. What about the end? I bet you the end. Oh yeah, the end is perfect. Oh yeah, there we go. That works. I know it's gonna, no matter what, I'm gonna be taking from an other one, but that's totally okay. I'm okay with that. We're just gonna take from the beginning. It's a-okay. We will be okay. I really don't need the notes page. I wish the notes page was what was at the end, because it's like, I don't need the notes page. I'd rather have this page where the notes page is, and then a notes page here, and then I could leave the notes page. Work with me, people. Work with me. Okay, so I'm going to take, we're going to take 1 week out of this. Okay, we're going to take 1 week. 1 week, and that's going to be part of my first month. So that is out of the budget guided journal. And then here's my goals guided journal. So I'm going to set that aside. And then let's do, let's see. How do I want to do this? Because we could transformer planner this to where I have guts and, not guts, to where I have covers for each planner, which might make this a little bit easier. Or I can put them all just together each month. Okay, you know what? I actually kind of like that idea better. As I'm like talking myself through through exactly what I want to do. Okay, I know what I want to do now. So I'm going to transformer planner this. So with a transformer planner, if I want this to be my front cover, okay, I'm going to have my back cover, which would be my front cover now. My back cover of, you know, what is now my front. I know that's so confusing, but I'm going to have that be the closed part, and I'm actually going to stick all my pages within for this planner that I want in here. So let's go ahead and do that. I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm changing up my strategy. You never know until you get started, you know? Okay, so what I'm going to do, because I think it'll be way too thick if I take an entire divider's worth section, especially with, you know, especially with a cover for each one, like that's going to be pretty excessive, I think. So let's see, I do want a divider though, because the dividers are cute, even though I would necessarily not need them because of that. But maybe let's do this. Let's keep Mickeys together. We'll keep princesses together, and then I'll keep all the fills together, and then we can just separate them with the dividers. So we'll do that. I like that idea. Okay, so this one is my budget guts, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put 2. So this is for, say, like once I'm done with weeks, I will take them out and put them on some other discs, and then this will just be like my working notebook, basically, meaning this is the notebook I'm always going to be turning to go and actually fill out, and then I will come back to the other ones when it is time. So I'm going to get another divider. I'm going to take this Minnie Mouse divider from the budget. So this one is from the budget. That way, when I'm looking at it, I still have my dividers where I want them, if that at all makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Then over here, because I took a divider from in front of like the next section, I'm actually going to move this divider in between. That way I don't get them confused. I mean, I'm not going to, but that's just easier for my brain. And then it's like I never touched it. Okay, so I have, let's go ahead and add one more week actually of this budget, because we should definitely have enough space to do at least 2. That's like 1 divider's worth. That should be plenty. Cool. Okay, and then once I get all these in here, we can look at it and see how thick or thin it is, and if I can add some more, then I'll add some more. Okay, so that is my first part. So if I were to open this up, right, this is going to be my front cover, and then I open it up, and it's there. Now, I'm going to keep it here. I'm going to keep my 2 covers, so this is really the front of that one, but I'm going to keep those together because I'm going to add in another cover. So let's do this cover. And I still have like all the accessories just like chilling on here. Still, I haven't moved them yet. Need to get on it, man. But I'm going to take, this is the Jasmine, Belle, and Mulan covers. And this is my next section. So again, I want this one to be my front. So I'm actually going to put this in front. It'll make sense, I promise. So I'm going to snap these on my discs. And then I'm going to stick this one in the front. Okay, bear with me, and then I'm going to close it. Okay, I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to go in this one. So this is my princess, whatchamacallit, my princess guided journal. So I have Jasmine, I have Mulan in here, and then I have Belle. So, and they all have the same prompts within the whole thing, so it doesn't really matter who I start with. So I think I'm going to go in with Jasmine first. I'm just going to always do the first tabs, I think. I think that'll just be the easiest way to do it. And this one is perfect because the notes page is on that page that has the week of. So, and this one actually has 2 note pages with it, so I don't need that last note page. So this actually makes it really easy for me to pull out what I want and what I don't want to use. So I think I'm going to take, let's see, this is week 1. Okay, so that's all week 1, and then this is week 2. Okay, yeah, let's take 2 weeks of this one. I'm going to take that out, and then I'm going to take this divider. So we'll take those ones of this Princess Guided Journal. Whoa, they got like stuck together. All right, so I'm going to put my princess dividers on here. like so. And then I'm going to flop with my other, just like so. Okie dokie. And just like that one, I'm not going to take the cover off of this one. I might use this cover on maybe a notebook this year or something. Or I'll see. We'll see where we're at. Like I said, we'll see where we're at. And so this one has a little bit of a different kind of prompt. So I want to use at least the second tab, or we can use this tab over here, which I like this one. This one's pretty. Maybe we'll use that one. I like that one better. Let's use this tab because that's still a second tab down from like the top tab. So I'm going to take that one out. I'm going to slap this in here. So this is from my other guided journal with, who does this have? Pocahontas, Merida, and Rapunzel. And again, I'm going to take 2 weeks. Are we the same with that notes page? Yes, we are. Why can't they all be like that? That makes it so much easier because then I don't have to take out the notes page if I don't necessarily want to. I love that. Like, why can't all guided journals be like this? This is like the example of exactly what I want in a guided journal. Maybe that means they'll be like this from now on, because that just makes it so much easier to Frankenplan. Like, I'm not missing out on anything minus this notes page. Like, I don't need that page, but then it starts the next week of, so that makes it super easy. So easy to Frankenplan together. The other ones are a little bit harder, but I really like this one. Makes it nice and easy. Oh, you guys, we're going to be able to add a lot more to this. Okay, so there's my next one. Okay, so here's our example of our transformer planner. If I pull my cover back to how it's supposed to be, so say this is how my covers are supposed to be. Okay, I have my Mickeys like I want them to be. Now if I open it, I open to that first section, and voila, here are my Mickey things. Fabulous. Then if I take in between these two covers, okay, so that's the back cover of the princess and the front cover. If I flip it, so that way it's like that, pull on my discs and open it, now this is the front of my cover. And then those other covers are hidden inside. And then I have my princesses. So that's what I like, because then I can have several covers on here, which I might, just so I can be flipping and I can say, like, today I'm feeling like I want to have my princesses showing. Or I just want to be neutral today and have my Mickey showing. So that's the really cool thing about Transformer planners. Okay, so I'm going to add in, see, I don't really like, I'm not a big fan, like, I like this cover. This is the All the Feels cover. I'll take my packaging off because, once again, I have not taken any of that stuff. It's cute. I just don't think I want this. So maybe I will use that other princess cover and we'll put the All the Feels guts in there. So let's do that. So I'm going to do the same exact thing. Take off these covers, just like so. I'm going to repeat that. So again, I want this to be the front. So that means I'm going to put my back cover, flip it over so it's the inside of the cover, and that's how they're going to go on the discs. Okay. So the front of my cover is on the bottom, and then the inside of my cover is on, of the back cover is on the top. Okay. Then I'm going to flip them both, and then I'll stick my pages for Self-Talk Matters in here. All these pieces are all in my way. Good Lord. Okay. All the feels. All the feels. So we only have 4 tabs in here, and these ones are the ones where they're kind of stuck on the tabs. I almost feel like All the Feels is one that I really should be in quite a bit. So I think I might take the whole thing for these ones, just because I really feel like this is something I really, really need, is just really focusing on my feelings, because I'm really bad at that. And a lot of time I have, like, my answer is always like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what I'm feeling. And so my goal is just to be a little bit better with knowing my own body, knowing my own head, my own heart, all those things. That is definitely a big goal for me this year. So I'm going to just throw in, I think I'm going to just do 1 full tab, and we'll see where we're at with that 1 full tab. And if it looks like we have some more space, then I can go in and add in some more of the other categories. So it's pretty, I have like a lot of room. Look at that. I have a ton of room. I can fill up these discs. And I don't plan on using stickers, so it shouldn't get thicker per se. Like, I might use a sticker here and there, but for the most part, this is going to be more of a journal and just something maybe I'll probably have up more, probably by my bed. So that way at, you know, the end of the night I can reflect on the day, and all of that good stuff, but I have plenty of room. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in a couple more pages of each of these. So this is that first goals one, which is this first tab. Let's just add in the rest of this month, because I think we'll be okay if I do that. So I have 4 weeks right now, so basically a month's worth. And that doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna only like do, like, that doesn't mean every month I'm doing all of these. That might mean like I might flip, you know, because I can put the week. So I might do, you know, week 1, like January, you know, the first week of January, and then I might come over here for the second week. So it's gonna be, you know, a little flopping around, but I'm totally okay with that. And I think that'll kind of change it up a little bit, so I'm not doing the same exact thing every single month, because that kind of doesn't sound fun to me. But I think being able to change it up and have variety each week will be really good. And like I said, the budget will be more like when I know I really should be working on some budget stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and add a whole nother section of this one, just because I know myself, and it's definitely something that needs to be worked on for sure. And that kind of solves the problem with these ones. If I just have a full tab in here of each one of those, then, you know, that solves the problem. So if I close it, we still have some room. So I think I'm going to add at least 1 more week of each of the princess ones, since we only have like a couple. And because I have a whole tab of the all the feels one, I'm not going to add any more of that one right now, just because I already have a whole tab. But I'm going to at least add 1 more week. So let's add 1 more week of both of these princess guided journals. So I have Jasmine here, and I could go in honestly and add in each one of the princesses, but I think I'm a little bit too OCD to do that. I think that would throw me off a lot if I, well, you know, I guess I could, because these ones do have those nice dot grid, and it actually would not bother me. Now I have to redo this. You guys are probably like, seriously? I'm sorry. This is a very, like, you're getting the process right now. I'm thinking through it with you. That is what's happening right now. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to take out all these Jasmine. I have 1 Jasmine so far, because I'm doing 3 of each of these guided journals. So I'm going to take 1 from each princess, because there's 3 princesses in each one of these. So then I'll take this, let's see, of Belle, and we'll just keep them in the same tab. I'm fine with that. I'm not going to be that picky. It'll just be a nice surprise when the next week I have Belle. And then we'll go to, who else is in here? Mulan. We'll go to her week, and I'll pull out a week of hers. Then I can have all the princesses in here, at least that, you know, are a part of the guided journal. There we go. So I have those 3 princesses. So now I have 3 instead of, I only had 2 weeks. Now I have 3. So I can do the same thing over here. And luckily I only have to take out 1 of these weeks, because I thought of it too late. Okay, so let's put this one back with Pocahontas. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to find another princess. So we'll take a week of Merida. Same thing, just up to that dot grid. And they're not in any particular order. I'm just trying to make sure I have each one. And then a Rapunzel right there. There we go. So now I have 6, a total of 6 for, as far as like the guided journals for the princess. So we're getting, like, I still have some room. I could add more. I could probably add another month of each one, but I think I'm going to leave it. Okay, you guys, I think that's it. I think that's all I'm going to do for right now. I like this. Now, I have these tabs. So this one I know is all the feels. I think I'm gonna label these real quick. So I have my handy dandy labeler. This is a Dymo labeler. I absolutely love this. I got this at Target, I think, last school season, and it was on I had like a coupon thing on the Target app, but I absolutely love this label maker. It makes my life so much easier. And obviously it's purple because it's me, duh. But in here I have a cartridge that has black ink on clear. So it's going to print a clear sticker for me, but it's going to have the words that I want in black, which is absolutely perfect because now I can go through and I can label exactly what these, what these sections are. So for say like this Mickey Mouse one was the goals and positivity. So I think I'm going to name that one goals and positivity. I'm making sure I'm looking at, yes, goals and positivity. So because that is kind of big, I'm going to change the point and hopefully you can see. Right now it's on 12, which is a pretty good point, but I think I'm going to change it. Let's try 10. So I'm going to write goals. Oh, goals, if I could write. And then I'm going to get the symbol, which now I have to remember where are symbols. There we go. I'm going to get the ampersand for and. There it is. Got to find it. Goals and positivity. Okay, goals and positivity. Then I'm going to click this handy dandy print button. And it's going to print this label. And we're going to see if this is too long. I might have to change the font. But then you're going to push this little clip here and it cuts it for you. And then you can pull it out. There's my little sticker. So goals and positivity. And it looks like that's going to fit perfect on here. It looks like it's going to fit perfect. So all I have to do now is flip it over. It has a slit in the back for you. So that way it's easy to peel this off. I'm going to peel it. And I could leave it this length or I could trim it. I think I'm going to trim it just a little bit. So actually I'm going to take my tweezers. I don't want to get like my fingerprints all up in here. So I'm going to take my, hold on with my tweezers. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to trim this. And you could definitely do this step before, before it's just out in the open, but I forgot. So I'm going to stick this right on the center of my divider. Voila. Then I have goals and positivity. And then it's labeled for me. I could even make this font a little bit bigger too. I probably could have been okay with the 12. And it probably would have been okay, but didn't do that. And that's okay. So then I can do the same thing for this one. So this one is budget. So I'm going to take this again. So I'm just going to take my backing off. And I'm going to slap this on here. There we go. And then I can easily remove these if I take some like, because it's not permanent tape really. I don't think it is. I feel like I've been able to take these off pretty easily. So, if I want to use these dividers for something later, I can just use my X-Acto knife to kind of help pry that off there. Okay, so that's those two. So now I have my two Mickey Mouse. Now I know what they came from. So I know this was from the goals and positivity. And then I know that this one, whoops, that this one is from the budget. So now I know exactly what those are. So I can go through and do those on this one, which I don't really know what to call these. I don't know if these had a name. Okay, so I looked it up and it looks like the Jasmine, Mulan, and Belle is called Trust in the Magic. And then the Pocahontas, Merida, and Rapunzel is Courage to be Kind. So I think I'm just going to name them that. That way I know exactly where they're coming from. So this one is Trust in the Magic. Trust in the Magic. And we'll see, that might be too long at 12 point, but we'll see. And hopefully I can see it on here. Oh yeah, that was like, no, that's like just enough. We're too long with like the little extra pieces it gives me. So I'm going to trim those right to the edge. I swear, this thing is like a magic maker. I absolutely love this thing. It makes me like want to label everything around my entire house. Just go put mine on everything. And it's cool because like these come in different colors. Like I have white and black. So, it prints black words on white, which is perfect. Like, especially if you can't see, but it looks like I can see. I can see this pretty well, especially without like the light in the way. Like you could see it. Yeah, you can see it. Trust in the Magic. And then the other one is Courage to be Kind. So I'm going to make that really quick. And that one might be too long. I feel like that was a little bit more writing. That one, oh no, it just like literally just fitting. We're just fitting on here, so I am okay with that. Okay, so I'm gonna just slap this on here. Courage to be kind. Move that up a little bit because we have room. Have a lot more room than I thought we did. Then I know that's from the Courage to be Kind. And then I can open up to my All the Feels. There we go. Now I know exactly, you know, which one is which. So let's go back to the beginning. Okay, so here's my main cover. This is the cover that I probably will always have on the front, and then when I'm feeling fancy I can switch to the other ones. So in my first one I have Goals and Positivity, and then Budget. Okay, and then when I'm feeling fancy I can switch my covers completely to that Trust in the Magic. Oh my gosh, it says it right there. Good Lord. And open it up, and then I have the Trust in the Magic Guided Journal, which is the first one, and then the second one is the Courage to be Kind. Okay, with my other princesses. Then I can open this up and have a new cover once again. Open that, and then I have my All the Feels. So now I have several pieces of guided journals, and I have weeks worth. Like I said, I'm not gonna do multiple of these in 1 week. That is a lot, and I know for a fact I do not have time to do that many guided journals. This is so that way I can hop around and not feel constrained to just one guided journal all year round, because I know I will not stick to it that way. But I think, you know, my first week I'll definitely probably do this, and then maybe the next week I move to Budget, and then maybe I want to move over here, and if I want to do more in a row then I can. But that's a nice thing of it saying week of, is I can decide, you know, later on when I want to do. So I can, you know, maybe I do week of over here in March, and then maybe I don't touch it again for the next week of until May. Like, you know, like, so it's going to be a very hopping around kind of notebook, but I'm really excited because I do have quite a few weeks. What, we have 6 here, we have another 4 here, so we have 10. I think we have 4 of each of these, I think is what I did. So I have about 18 weeks worth. So already there's more in here than what normally comes in just one guided journal. So that's really exciting. I'm really, really excited to be trying this out this year. I didn't use a guided journal last year. I don't know why. I had several and I think I still have some other guided journals on my shelf, but these are the ones that are calling to me, and I really am excited to use them. But I hope that kind of helps you decide on if you want to use more than one guided journal. You definitely can, especially since getting one guided journal, it won't mean that you have enough for the entire year. So hopefully this helps you, and hopefully you learn something new, whether it be with Frankenplanning and or this fun Transformer planner, which is just so much fun. Like, it's just so much fun to do that all the time and be like, oh, now I have this cover, now I have this cover, like, ooh. and I don't know, I just think it's kind of fun, and it's a way for you to use more covers, and it kind of creates little dividers for you if you don't have bookmarks. But I just really like it because for me, I have a lot of covers and I don't get to see them all, so it's kind of fun for me. Now I can really see the covers that I have. I will make sure to link the things that I use. Like, if you want to try out this awesome, super awesome label maker, I will make sure to link this guy down below. It is available on whatchamacallit? It is available on Amazon. I have found it on there, and it originally came with like some fun glitter tape, so it's like fake, you know, fake glitter, but I think it had like teal and purple and silver, so that way it's like printing on those. But it is battery operated. Apparently there's a plug up here. I don't know what that's for because mine didn't come with anything to plug into it. I'm assuming that's maybe to charge it, but I just do batteries. But I haven't even switched these batteries out since I've had them. So, and it works really, really well. Super easy to use. You just open it up here, insert your cartridge, you just take them in and out. Super easy. But I'll make sure to link this guy down below in case you guys want a label maker and want to just label all the things. This makes it super easy to label these tabs. Like, I'm so excited for this. But I so hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!